Whitey Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Bleach Chapter 670. And before I continue, I gotta say this. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that it took so long because, as I said, I was going to be on vacation. But when I was on vacation for the family reunion in Arizona, I got a nasty cold, and my voice is very limited. But it was worse yesterday when I had no voice at all. So just be glad that I have a voice to do this, and I'm going to do another Manga Nerdigan live reaction right after this. So hopefully it will last. So here we go. So Kenpachi is still looking like a motherfucking badass, and we got the angel versus, which we have Gerard going as the angel and Kenpachi as the devil, and or demon, kind of typical devil kind of thing. And I want to say before I continue with this, I really like that theme that is going on in Bleach because, for those that don't know, I'm big on angel mythology, and that's why I'm doing a hashtag Angel Readathon for the book Nerdigans. And you learn a lot about angels and demons and stuff like that. And I just love how it's applied here. It's really cool. And then you have Hitsugaya like Zara. But perhaps we should keep our distance on this one. Yeah, Hitsugaya, you are kind of right on here. This is like, and other people have said it too, but no, this is like Ozaru shit. Especially when Byakuya says, just look at him. His demeanor is completely different, as if he were without conscience. And to me, that it sounds like it's either, you could say he's become like the Ozaru, or you could say that it could be like when Yusuke was possessed by Raizen, and took control. Remember when Raizen was, remember when Yusuke was battling Sensui, and Raizen took possession over him and released the Masaku blood that was in it? That's what it reminds me of, to be honest. It's one or the other. And it's a guy's like, what the? And then we get a roar. I thought the roar was so cool. The roar totally made me think of the Ozaru. It totally did. I don't know if anyone else thought of like when Gohan or when Goku became an Ozaru and they were just out of control, and with the roars and shit, that's what it reminded me of. And then he slices Gerard in half. And you know what this reminds? And you see the symbol for the Quincy's, and it reminds me of one of the battles in Yu Yu Hakusho when they were going through the castle, and I can't remember the stone guy that Kurama was battling with. Remember, he had that center stone where if you hit it, then it will, or if you take it away from him, it will mess up his mess up how the stones come back together. That's what that reminds me of, and I'm wondering if Kenpachi either sliced through it, or if someone like just takes it out of there, if it would mess with their equilibrium. I just think that would be hella cool if that's true. Byakuya's like, what? And his guy is like, what the hell just happened? I know, I'm like, what the hell just happened too? And then we have he puts himself back together. And that's why I think if you take that Quincy symbol, where that Quincy symbol was out, if you take that, then it will mess up his equilibrium. And I'm wondering if it would be similar to Yu Yu Hakusho, where it just fucks up everything. I'm curious if that would happen with Gerard. Oh man, you know what? I gotta say right now, the way Gerard looks, it reminds me, if you've read the Fallen series by Thomas Nagowski, which I'm gonna do book Nerdigan discussion on later. The way that Gerard looks like, it looks like Wormwood, or the Angel of Desolation, or the Abomination of Desolation. Or the Angel of Desolation, whatever you want to say. Because the way that Nagowski describes Wormwood when he's released from the instrument, I know I'm doing a major spoiler, but I have to. It's going to drive me nuts. And when he's released from the instrument and how he's described, he's described as like, I think it was like 20-foot tall angel, huge wings, the armor and everything. The only thing Gerard's missing is with the armor, but the sword that he has, it's kind of like what it was with Wormwood. or in the case, the instrument becoming the sword, where what happens is in the book, Wormwood stabs the earth and severs the connection to heaven from earth, and then if the sword was left in, the second strike of the sword being of the sword going into the ground was going to actually be the rest of the world dying. So that's what that reminds me of. I don't know if you nerdigans agree with me or not. But again, the series that I'm referring to is The Fallen by Thomas E. Nagowski. Go read it. It's good. Oh man, we've got some more destruction going on here. Hitsugai's like, oh shit. Huh. Just in the nick of time, managed to mitigate the damage down below. God, he looks so much like, he reminds me of Wormwood, just without the armor. Because Wormwood is armored everywhere, but Gerard isn't. And even the wings are armored on Wormwood. But it makes me, I'm gonna totally think of Gerard now as the Angel of Desolation, or the Abomination of Desolation. That's what it's gonna just make me think of now. Thanks a lot, Sinagowski. I, God divines authority, in the most and purest of God's knights. This is something Wormwood would say too. Even when facing the mortality, I would still wield my sword in the name of God. Yeah, that's what Wormwood said too. That's what he said. Or not exactly like that, but that's what, oh man, I can't spoil it anymore. It's going to it'll probably piss you guys off if I did it. But yeah, you got to read the book to understand. But then you got Kenpachi slicing that fucker. And then, or about to slice, and his arm opens. And Yoichiro comes out and says, sorry, Kenshan, it looks like I released a bit too much of your power, and it seems your body isn't strong enough to withstand this much yet. And I know a lot of people are, like, mixed about this, but, you know, I actually kind of like that all of his power wasn't unleashed, and that his body couldn't handle it, because that means Kubo was planning on saving that last bit of power, or the rest of the power that Yoichiro has for Kenpachi's Bankai, like near the end of the battle, or end of the series, where the final battle against Spock. I'm happy with that. And then there's Gerard coming down. This guy's like, Zaragai, no. Gerard says, so you've breath in you yet. Kuichiki. That's what this guy said. Oh, here we go. Byakuya said this. Release your Bankai, Captain Hitsugaya. You're at your limit. No, not yet. Captain Hitsugaya. After all, I don't ever recall saying when the last of my ice petals are shattered that it was the end. Truth is, once the last of my petals disappears, that is truly when Daigun Yorianmaru has reached full maturity. Oh my god, Hitsugaya is freaking sexy. Like, I thought he was hot when he was, like, I didn't want to say hot, I want to say adorable when he was short, but now, okay, if any, I'm fangirling right now, like literally fangirling, because Hitsugaya is such a babe right now. Oh my god, he is so hot. Oh, I can't wait to see Hitsugaya kick ass. And for all you people keep hating on Hitsugaya, Hitsugaya is gonna kick some ass, and he needs to. He hasn't like kicked a lot of ass in a while. And I know a lot of people, oh, and it says into the largest of flowers on here. But I know a lot of people are pissed off because it's taking away from Kenpachi, but at the same time, you nerdigans need to understand that if Kubo showed everything that Kenpachi could have done right now, and that Kenpachi was able to handle that Bankai, I don't think it would have been as effective as it would be in the final battle. But I'm glad that we knew at some point that Hitsugaya was going to have to mature and become the sexy beast. And this was the right time, because Kenpachi is going down, and Hitsugaya, it's your turn to step in. Kubo, just don't fuck this up. I want to see some sexy badassness from Hitsugaya. So anyway, I want to know what you nerdigans thought about this chapter. Are you mixed about it in a good way or a bad way about how the battle turned out? And what do you guys think is going to happen with Hitsugaya? Like, I hope Hitsugaya just goes into beast mode, and I know all the fangirls everywhere are just squealing. I know I was. Anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. And also, if you love what I'm doing, please become a Nerdigan today and join the movement and donate to my Patreon, which is the link is in the description box below. Also, go follow me on Twitter if you want to see any more of the shenanigans that I get up to when I'm not making videos. So anyway, until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you guys later. Bye.